That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
Cedric D.
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah, yeah. 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 That's what he said. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what he said.
That ain't my fault.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
That ain't my fault. I'm just gonna lay it down like this though.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
When I say my shit, I'ma repeat my shit. I'ma make sure you understand the foundation of everything where I'm coming from. Don't get it twisted. That ain't my fault. That's what he said. That's what I said. What? That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Wow. We gon' do it like that. Yeah. Yeah. They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with your host, Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. The broadcast starts now.
boy live, coming in through your airways, of course, like I always do on a Friday night. It's your boy Cedric D. Sanders with the podcast. That's what I said. I'm not by myself. I'm always with my beautiful wife, Connie. Say what's up to the world, Connie.
What's good? Let's go. It's Friday.
Heck yeah, it's Friday. Got a little mood music playing. You know, just a little something to keep y'all, you know, motivated and in tune and stay tuned with the podcast, of course. It's being brought to you by Spreaker.com. Download the app so you can catch all the notifications when I go live. And I'm live as well on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So, what is what's been going on this week? What's been going on with you? What's the hotness?
It's been a long ass week. Lots of things been going on. You know, they've had the Midwest got destroyed with tornadoes this week.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
Right.
Gosh, I don't even know. I did see that a former NFL player was arrested in Florida.
We already going into trending topics? Dang.
Why not? Let's go.
All right. Well,
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor,
yeah.
arrested in Florida.
Yeah, I guess he was caught up in a case and was told he was supposed to register as a sex offender and didn't. And now he's locked up.
Yep.
Man, this is some just crazy shit when y'all get to an age of 40 and 50 and don't nobody your age want your ass, so you try to make a decision. I don't know what to call it, but I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I think he started making those decisions a long time ago because his first time ever getting arrested for, you know, a sex offense was like 2011. And prior to that, it was all like drug-related charges. So, you know.
I'm not.
I can't call it.
I'm not one to judge, but at the same time, it's kind of counterproductive to be somebody important in life, especially an NFL player,
Right.
NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And you getting caught up with
A mess.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
you eat ass with a baby spoon.
What example are you providing? I mean, there's people that are
Right, exactly.
seriously like
A lot of people looked up to him.
well, yeah, I mean, it's not that they won't look up to him. They still going to look up to him. It's just, I think they knew about this, you know, the case and everything. They followed him and everything. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, prayers go out to him, you know, abundance, just some protection around this man that obviously is in a situation and
Right.
didn't want to register as a sex offender because, then his name is out there, you know, so he did not want to go through that scrutiny, I believe. I'm just speculating at this point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, just
Yeah.
be strong, brother. So what else is going on?
So, the other thing I'm seeing is that, you know, COVID strikes again. They are shutting down all of the Rockettes shows in New York City for the remainder of 2021 because COVID is wreaking havoc again in New York City.
Wow. Well,
and yeah, that's not the only place it's wreaking havoc.
well, yeah, I know it's wreaking havoc in the NFL and the NBA and
Right.
in the world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they negate to talk about that. It's happening, you know, affecting people around the world. But I mean, I can understand, but at the same time, it's hard for me too because it was such a rush and a hurry to get everybody back to work.
Right.
And I can completely understand. People want to get back to work. People want to get back to their families, and not just get back to their families, but being able to socialize with their families the way they wanted to. Mm-hmm. And actually, for some people, they wanted to be able to actually go to work with the people that they work with. That interaction, that social interaction.
Right,
some of
right.
us are just that way.
Mm-hmm.
But the longer I've been thinking about this and the longer that everything has been going on, I've come to the conclusion that this pandemic has probably opened the eyes to a lot of people in government and people not government about mental health.
Yeah.
About sustainability of being able to follow up with the community when the community is telling you about red flags. Now, I've heard this was going on, and I can't remember what city it was going on in, but they were hiring in their police department mental health professionals that would go on these 911 calls, because sometimes they don't need a police officer. Sometimes they need,
right.
a mental health professional. And
I think it was in Washington State.
I was getting ready to say, I would believe it was Washington State, and I think they were going to try it up in Seattle. Mm-hmm. But if they adopted that to where people are able to socialize and take care of their people, but all the while ensuring that the people were taken care of the right way, I think people will understand and probably gravitate more in the conversation of helping people with mental health is something that should be of a priority, and it shouldn't necessarily be on the police department.
Yeah.
It should be something that is maybe co-collaborated with the police department, provided that it's giving the same regard that it would, an ambulance call or, anything.
Yeah.
It has to be something that is going to be that priority so that people can get help that they, the help that they need.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I don't know. I just think that it's in a long-winded way, I guess. It's a way that I think we the people need to start stepping up and talking with our leaders that are in government for this very reason. They want to have a better police, I guess. They want to have a better policing system that works for everyone in the community, provided that the police officers that they hire are going to be balanced in taking care of the community and not be judgmental to race or gender or sexual orientation. Well, shit, you think they would do that now? They fucking have it on the back of most of their cars, serve and protect. Who?
Right.
Who?
Serve and protect themselves.
Shit, I'm like damn New Day on WWE. Who? 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 But anyway.
Yep.
What else is going on?
The only other thing I saw, Fetty Wap. This fool. He's on an ankle monitor bracelet, right? Mm-hmm. So this clown goes to the airport, and police were notified because his ankle monitor went off or whatever, alerted them, and they had arrested him at Newark Liberty Airport on Friday.
Really, nigga?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it goes to show you.
Yeah. Dude, you wasn't supposed to leave home.
He knew that. I mean, he fucking knew that. But at the same time, he made it just lapse judge. I don't fucking know.
Bruh.
I don't know. I just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along.
Yep. Moving on. I got nothing else in trending topics that are really worth
All right.
worth sharing
So-
with the world. I'm sure that they haven't already seen. And
I had some, but I'm going to negate those. So let's go into crypto.
oh,
So
it's a touchy subject.
So for those that's listening on a podcast platform and you just happen to catch my podcast and you don't follow my page, That's What I Said page on Facebook, let me entertain you with the fuckery. So last week, of course, there was a glitch that was noticed on, this week on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember. But I can get facts because there's evidence of the
of the said fuckery.
of the said fuckery. So let me, as I bring up it was Tuesday. So on Tuesday, of course, a website called CoinMarketCap, which is a very detailed website that was created to monitor cryptocurrency in the market and any information about that coin and all kinds of other information. I mean, even if you don't know about crypto, you can get educated there. The point is, there was a glitch being fed into CoinMarketCap, and a lot of cryptocurrency apps and websites get their crypto market information from CoinMarketCap. So the error was an erroneous percentage upwards to where if someone owned a fraction of a Bitcoin, it showed that they had like tens of thousands of them. And their wallet balance was like in the 100 billions, in the 100 millions, the trillions even. Mine was in trillions. So I proceeded to screenshot that and post it on my Facebook. And I said, this is what you have to deal with sometimes with cryptocurrency. And of course, you get the people that like it, laughed at it because it was comedy. But then you get those that don't understand crypto and actually was like, yo, I need to really get into crypto. So what's good? Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Now you want to get into crypto because you see $7 trillion in a wallet that is erroneously been processed. Mm-mm. But you wouldn't know that because you're just following me or a friend on my Facebook. And I'm really doing this to educate the people that I can connect with on Facebook or Twitch or on YouTube or however, you reach this podcast, whether it's, through whatever podcast platform you can download the podcast, whether it's Apple, Google, whatever. I'm there. So it made me realize, because I had a phone call with one of my brothers and we was just chopping it up, talking about cryptocurrency, and he laughed at my
buffoonery.
My post, because he thought it was comedy in a sense that people sometimes will only acknowledge what you're doing, even if they believe it's fake, even if they believe it's a scam. And I have to say something about this. Please make sure you keep me on track.
Yes.
I got to say this, okay? How is crypto a scam?
I don't know. I don't know how people can think it's a scam. I mean, I've listened to you talk about crypto for at least the least amount of time is 2 years. It's probably a little longer, but you've gone on another level with crypto and really have done your homework, done all the research, invested yourself into making yourself as knowledgeable as you are with it. I have put money into crypto and watched it just go crazy, and I would come to you, babe, what the hell's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I had $100 and now I got like $42. What the hell just happened? But you told me it's the market. Be patient and let it go. So,
okay, so what was I saying? I was talking about crypto and people now wanting to get into crypto when they never have and everything else. Well, see, this is my issue. Cryptocurrency has a market cap of $2.1 trillion.
Damn.
As I sip my bourbon.
2.1 trillion.
2.1 trillion. Okay.
I wanted to make sure I
Mind
heard you right.
This has been something going on since like 2011, 10, 9, 8, somewhere around there. It's been in the 2000s. So literally it has built $2.1 trillion in a little over 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's turn the page to the U.S. national debt.
Oh, shit.
The U.S. national debt is $29 trillion.
Wow.
Debt.
It's that.
Who they owe. Okay?
I hope my name's in there somewhere.
Market cap, which means the value of the market, entire crypto market, out of over 400 exchanges, almost 16,000 cryptocurrencies at 15,700.
Wow.
A 2.1 trillion market cap. But the national debt's at 29 trillion. About to hit 30. You see why the government wants to be a part of this?
The government needs to jump on the train and let's go.
They need to receive those taxes so they can pay their debt off. Let me throw something else at you real quick. Melania Trump created an NFT on the Solana network.
What?
Melania Trump did.
Dang.
Snoop Dogg is creating NFTs and is in the metaverse.
Oh, shit.
Justin Bieber did a metaverse concert.
What?
A couple got married in the metaverse. I think we talked about that last week.
No, you and I talked about it separately.
Okay, well, yeah, we're talking about it now. Mm-hmm. A couple got married in the metaverse, and I was able to actually be a part of an interview with people asking questions of a crypto group that I'm a part of that is off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out the Rundown. This room is unequivocally the best when it comes to learning about crypto, getting a feel for understanding what it is, and not FOMOing into a coin just because a few people talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like you have to do research. I'm not, just because somebody told me that this coin is good, I'm not going to just FOMO into it or feel like I'm going to have a fear of missing out just to get it. Mm-hmm. I need to do my due diligence. I need to research it. Why? Because it's my money getting invested into cryptocurrency.
Right, exactly.
So it goes back to, is cryptocurrency a scam?
I don't think it is.
People have a misunderstanding about crypto when they don't even know anything about crypto.
Yep.
But see, it's the same thing that people fear about spirituality, money,
mm-hmm.
relationships, credit, responsibility, sex, eating, painting, driving a car.
Damn.
Everybody has these difference of how they feel about shit.
Yeah.
But is it right? Is it right?
Well, I mean, everybody has their own feelings or thoughts per se on different things, you know, and you absolutely unequivocally, as that person, have the right. I mean, you just do. But to think that crypto and anything related to crypto is a scam.
What?
I need y'all to listen. Anytime my husband talks about crypto, you need to listen. Open up your ears and listen. He knows what he's talking about.
I appreciate that, babe.
Seriously, please run back podcasts that we've done previously where he has dedicated his time and effort to teach y'all about cryptocurrency. It is not a scam. Period.
I'm actually taking a step further. I'm learning technical analysis, meaning I'm learning what is going on in the crypto market and what these lines and what these, some see lines, other people see candles, red and green candles. I'm trying to understand what those are. I do know what they are. No, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm trying to understand it. I know what they are. I'm trying to understand the analytics of it as far as when I see trends.
Oh, so you going on a full nerd out.
Well, I want to, yeah. I'm and the reason why is because I want to change this mental bullshit that people have with wanting to be successful, but not being able to have the money to be successful. It's not about having the money to be successful. It's about understanding how you can get the money to be successful. You can't let money limit what your dreams are. And that's our problem. We feel like we can't be successful unless we have money in our pocket. Well, guess what? If money is the issue. How are you supposed to get it when you don't have it? If you're not putting yourself in a position to where you can have it, how is somebody that is educating themselves on what's the new thing?
Right.
What is something that is making people money that you can absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, learn and be in control of it without having to pay somebody else to do it?
Right.
That sounds too much like stocks.
And you can go and listen to a YouTube. You can Google.
Yeah, you ain't got to listen to my fucking manly ass voice. You ain't got to listen to me.
You don't have to listen to you per se.
Right. They can listen
if they want to go out and do the research on their own.
Most definitely.
They can go to YouTube. They can go to Google. But they're not going to get the benefit, I think, of going to either of those places that they would if they come and listen to the podcast that you provide on cryptocurrency, period. They're not going to get the education level or what they're really, truly looking for out there. I mean, if they listen to you, they're going to understand it because you teach it on a basic level for everybody to understand. The ease of understanding. A lot of people, they're just like, you know, they want something now, and other people, it's too much for them to understand. You give it to them real and raw. Period.
Well, I appreciate that. I have a brother of mine, like I was saying, I talked to him earlier today before I was getting ready to do the podcast. And something he said kind of like made me really understand people more. He said people have an expectation that when you give them the seed, that the tree is going to be there tomorrow.
Yep.
People have this misunderstanding of being wealthy or having wealth because they follow people that flaunt and expose themselves in certain ways with money that it makes people that don't have the money jealous. So because of the lifestyle they choose to live, it is allowing people to, I think, have a misunderstanding about how people appreciate what they have. They just don't know how to express it sometimes. But regardless of how people think, we need to be re-educated when it comes to being financially strong and having an understanding of how to take care of ourselves and being able to put ourselves in better positions financially so that we're not overfilling our cups with expectations and throwing ourselves out against everything that's provided for us, all because of what we're seeing on social media. I think it's a throwaway of a great opportunity if you don't give people just 10 or 15 minutes of your time to educate you on something that can probably, I don't know, put you in a better financial situation.
Right.
Because looking for somebody to take care of you is not what it's cracked up to be. I'm only saying that from experience. You can't have an understanding with somebody if they don't have an understanding of what you are truly wanting. Someone that has been able to be in cryptocurrency and see coins go up 1,000,000% in 24 hours. I mean, it's not unheard of. I've seen it.
That's wild.
I mean, a coin that just hit the market goes up 1,000,000%. Damn. Meaning, if, like I said, if you put, I mentioned it last week, you put $10 in there, it didn't even have to get a 1,000,000%. You would have already been a millionaire. You just sitting there watching it grow, and it keeps going up, and you're like, oh shit, how can I cash out?
For real. Cash me out, cash me out, cash me out.
But it's like, that's just one coin. Every day there's another coin that goes up at least, I'm going to say on an average, 300%.
Wow.
There's some days where it's only 50. There's some days where it's only like 20. There's some days where it's 100, 200, 300, 400%, 500, 1,000%. That's not every day. But then people are like, well, shit, I want to get on those coins. I got to get on those coins. You need to educate yourself. You can't just jump in and you expect somebody to tell you this the coin that's going to get you up there.
Right.
Because I'll guarantee you, if I hit one of those coins, yeah, I'm going to be doing my podcast, but it's going to be in the actual studio. I'm probably going to have a whole lot different intro. I'm probably going to have it live. I mean, it would be a lot of shit that I would want to have done because I would have the money to do it. And then that's when people are going to want to listen to me. Because now they feel like I've established myself. I was successful because everything I was doing was a I told you so moment. No, everything I do is not an I told you so moment. It's not. I wouldn't be doing something if I didn't actually make something out of what I learned. Meaning, I learned cryptocurrency and I actually invested, did some research, invested in some other projects, and actually made a profit. Who would take their time a day and listen to somebody that ain't made no money off cryptocurrency? But you have knowledge of it. That's like a Girl Scout selling you Girl Scout cookies, but ain't never got no Girl Scout cookies. She just selling you what they taste like.
Yeah, give me some of those do-si-dos.
Them do-si-dos is off the chain, man. I'm telling you. You put them in the refrigerator for a little bit. Man, damn. Some people like to throw it on microwave and put on some vanilla ice cream. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. What it tastes like. Man, they melt in your mouth. It's like chocolatey goodness right there, man. Them do-si-dos. I better slap the shit out of that kid. I ain't gonna even lie. You gonna tell me about some damn cookies I can't eat? Mm-hmm. Fat son of a bitch. I'd have been mad as hell. You gonna sit here and tell me? How you gonna sit around here and tell me about a damn cookie that I can't even have because you ain't never got them and ain't never got them. This ain't gonna never get them.
I was just about to say, and ain't never gonna get them.
It's like we need an address to send them cookies to. Wait a minute.
I done gave them to you.
Did she? This bitch. But yeah, that was a long-winded way to talk about cryptocurrency when I didn't even get into the conversation about it I wanted to talk about. But
it's all good.
The market's down. So the market's down, and a lot of it is a sell-off. A lot of it has to deal with the fact that government is trying to find ways to tax cryptocurrency and still send the SEC to validate certain projects of their authenticity and to make sure that they're actually projects and they're providing what they're supposed to provide. And, you know, they're not a hedge fund. They're not this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. And it's been a lot of projects that's been getting looked at by the SEC and passed. There's one in particular that everybody's waiting on, XRP, Ripple, which everybody originally was invested in because they believed that this was going to be the new platform that was going to take over and not have the excessive gas fees like, you know, Ethereum has, but they were just going to be able to provide a better utility. And people are starting to get off of Ripple's, you know, sideline because of this, you know, because of how long it's taking. People saying they be encryptive, and then news comes out about, you know, certain other big things that they're doing, and now people are starting to try to reinvest in them. But this is the same thing that goes on in the stock market.
Yeah.
It's just worse. See, within cryptocurrency, people may be invested in a coin because they believe in it, but that's not their only investment. Some people may be what they call bullish, which means they're really favored for this coin to go up, so they're going to buy a lot of them. When you're bearish, you're only expecting the market to drop so you can get in. But you can get paid for that because you want it to drop. And you have an expectation it's going to drop to a certain amount. When it drops a certain amount, bam. It's just like betting on the stock market. What they call options. And people are learning about options and being really successful with options. Tesla, I know for a fact, has made people into six figures. I know for a fact.
Damn.
Not because I have them on my personal Facebook page, but because I have them on my Facebook page. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going to say who they are and all this other shit because it's more than one. But they've been successful with options when it comes to stocks. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, I have quite a few people that are not on Facebook that have been successful with cryptocurrency, and I have a very small number of people on my Facebook that have been successful with cryptocurrency as well. And yes, we all communicate. We all talk about coins. And the reason why is because we want the other person to be able to get in. And it may not necessarily be where we are at. But, you know, we've received some decent, you know, feedback from the coin with profit. Mm-hmm. And we want other people that are in crypto to do the same. But at the same time, it's like what I've noticed in the crypto community, everybody wants everybody to eat.
Yeah.
It's not about how much money I got invested in this coin and how much this person's got invested. No, it's about, hey, have you heard about this coin? And if that person has, guess what? It's just a good conversation about the coin and the project. That person may have a coin that person may not know about, that they gotten, you know, some profits off of. Or just notice that it's going up.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like that's when you can talk to each other and pick each other's brains about strategies and good ins and good outs and when to know when to get out and when to stay in. And it's like I've become so, I guess, aware of when it's good to buy. I've noticed when the market drops, And it's so it's so weird because when it drops, when I see it drop, I'm paying more attention to how big of a drop it's doing. Mm-hmm. And if there's any retracement, is it stopping? And then if it is it actually rising from a stoppage, or is it actually just leveling off for about 2-3 minutes before it starts dropping again?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to understand sometimes these cryptocurrencies are going to go through a lot of what Bitcoin's going through. And it's not necessarily faith in the market. It strongly is getting affected by not just the Senate and everybody else, but the stock market. Mm-hmm. So it's about connections. It's about how these coins or these markets, these exchange markets, are getting themselves out there so that they can actually be not just get more customers to buy cryptocurrency on their specific application, but excuse me as I sip some water. But it also, I believe, gets people to invest into something that's going to have probably a better reward than what they've been trying to do for years.
Yeah, I think just like we had talked about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago maybe, where we had talked about, you know, if they would teach this, or at least stocks in a more in-depth conversation in school to children could take this and just run with it.
Right.
And be successful, because I don't think they take enough time in teaching. I mean, I know they didn't when I was in school. You know,
right.
We only had economics for a fraction of time, and it wasn't enough for me to understand how stocks really worked. You know, I saw it for like a week's time frame or something like that, and then we moved on to another topic, and it was just like, well, damn, that's
this
not
is the
enough.
This is the thing. I think that they're educating the students in our schools just enough so that if a conversation is had, they can say they've heard that before.
Yeah.
But the problem is this, just like you said, you know, they're not giving detailed conversation. And I wouldn't necessarily say that we should give our kids in high school a detailed conversation about stocks. But what I'm saying is, if you mention stocks, why come we can't mention cryptocurrency?
Right. I mean, they have to come up with some type of academic for this, because you have to take the kids back to basics about being able to write a check and how to do that.
Right.
And what it means when they actually write that check and how to balance their ledgers and all that stuff. You got to take them back to the basics to bring them up to speed to where, you know, they can have those actual successful conversations about finances, stocks, crypto, you know, all the stuff that's new and enhanced, just
right.
like technology. You know, you got to be able to understand the new version of things now. You know, you can't be still on that Apple 4S.
Well, this is the thing, though. I know how the school education system works as far as how they, you know, get their curriculum and everything. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to what's going on and the up-to-date stuff that's there, I remember when I was in school, we had this thing called TV One. And it was something that we had to watch. I believe it was in the morning. And it was like for an hour and a half, I think it was. And they had all kinds of little educational things that we had to like. We had our TV One books and we had to follow along and fill out this, that, and the other, do the problems. It was really cool. But they're talking about technology and all this other stuff like that. And I know they have Wi-Fi in schools. Why come they can't have something that is provided for the schools that talks about the most up-to-date things?
Yeah.
And even if it was like something that was just an hour and they talked about it and it was something that the kids had to pay attention to.
Right. Because then they had a question and answer session.
Because, yeah, they had question and answers and you have discussions as far as more so what that particular thing is how it's affecting the world, how you think it's affecting the world, how do you think it's going to affect the world in 5 years, and what do you see in this that is not going to just benefit, but how can you benefit from it? Because then that's the conversations that you're not only your teachers are educated on, but they can effectively answer the questions.
Yeah.
And not just give them a bullshit answer. But
yeah,
it's like I said, giving people an opportunity to educate themselves. No, we're not going to tell them what cryptocurrency to invest in, but you should be able to understand what cryptocurrency is and what the blockchain is.
Right. Exactly. At
That's
least
just my thought.
That opportunity.
And not to mention the fact, NFTs too. You need to understand NFTs because they're starting to blow up. Well, they are blowing up. Metaverse, you definitely need to educate yourself on the metaverse. If you're in cryptocurrency, understand the metaverse coins. Invest in them because as soon as Facebook comes out with this dedicated, you know, what it's going to do, not just with its metaverse platform, but cryptocurrency and everything else, that's probably going to explode up. So it's like, do your due diligence. If you're not doing your due diligence, you are failing you. Period. So with that being said, y'all, that was another episode of That's What I Said with your boy Cedric D. Sanders. Joined always with my co-host, my beautiful wife, Connie.
Yes, thank you, my love. Thank you all for joining us on this Friday. Like, share, comment, send us a request if you want us to talk about something. Hit us up on the That's What I Said page on Facebook, Spreaker.com, all your podcast info.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. I'm out.
So with that being said, y'all, like I said, I'm out of here. 5,000. It's time for us to actually go to the side porch, babe, and break out the telescope, do some shit. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.
You eat ass with a baby spoon. Bitch, what?
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
You eat ass. You eat ass. Bitch, what?
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders. That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.